So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own. Whether it's his family or someone else behind the scenes, there's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
It's Raw's #1 draft pick hoping to shut down their attacker.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
There is an extra degree of intensity from this superstar tonight. It looks like he's determined to put an end to Tony D'Angelo's attacks once and for all.
I'm sure he is, Saxon. This is a true grudge match. D'Angelo messed with the wrong guy here.
We're certainly no strangers to surprise attacks and deceptive actions, but this match feels especially personal.
You're not wrong, Cole. I'm honestly impressed the #1 pick had the self-control to face Tony D'Angelo in the ring rather than roughing the jabroni up backstage.
D'Angelo ruined 2 big nights, and tonight his target is looking to ruin Tony D'Angelo.
Ooh, disrespectful shove there.
What a clothesline! Ouch!
Boot right to the throat. Into the turnbuckle, down to the mat.
Oh, strong knee connects.
Now Tony is getting beaten down.
Tony might be feeling a bit rattled.
Toss their opponent. That move had the amount of force akin to a natural disaster. Belly-to-belly suplex.
I've seen Saxon thrown out of a few local bars like that before.
Please don't remind me, Corey.
Getting tossed out of the ring like that can do some long-term damage. I hope they're okay.
Filthy German suplex.
And his constant attack has him floundering.
He's got to find a way to shift the fight in his favor.
And that might be the start of the momentum swing Tony needed.
Yeah, D'Angelo able to momentarily stop the bleeding, but will he also gain command of this match?
Powerbomb! Think about the strength it takes to execute that move multiple times. Launched right out of the ring.
He's ready to show his opponent and the world what he's made of.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Now Tony is getting beaten down.
Tony's on the Wrong side of every exchange.
Wards that off. What a response.
Launched with a suplex. It wasn't the height or distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed. Wow. Fisherman Buster.
Turns it into a pin attempt. Gets the shoulder. Wow. What's it going to take?
He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet.
Ah, that got turned around on D'Angelo.
Going head to head, putting each other to the test. Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Oof.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. Oh!
Suplex, and not done yet. Another German, and continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
Hard into the corner.
Man, did you see the whiplash off the turnbuckles?
Delivers the knee. Uses the edge of the knee. Mounted palm strikes. Whoa. Punishing double axe handle. The body's limits are being reached here.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches. F5! Thunderous!
That could be curtains for Tony.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Tony D'Angelo and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Trick Williams from behind. What is happening?
And now Tony D'Angelo's recovered and joining the NXT champion. Clearly D'Angelo wasn't acting alone in all of this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Adam Pearce is trying to intervene.
Nikita Lyons with a chair.
And Pearce goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least. Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Then it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from... They're from the Indies.
Okay, but how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to date, so yeah, I'd say I know them very well. And trust was never an issue.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
My ex calling me desperate. I missed that.
I'm going to ignore that, but I suppose we did make a good team. Might be nice to get back together. In the ring only, of course.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit. So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which, in my case, is being... scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We can use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag titles.
Solid plan. It's exactly what I would have done. But how are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone nonstop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd. I'm happy you two came in today. Lexus and JC were just telling me they wanted some real competition, but I guess you'll have to do. Kidding! Let's see what those Raw and SmackDown GMs were so interested in.
One.
Wait, you guys did say you were wrestlers, right? You two were supposed to be hot free agents? I don't get it.
That's a good tag. One. There's the tag.
You might want to reconsider that mascot career, Chase. Not gonna lie, this beat's working for Miz. Well, that's not saying much. Every Tuesday I had to clip his toenails. Am I oversharing?
One.
I don't know if I'll be sharing this footage with the bosses.
Tag was made.
I've seen more impressive moves in a slow motion. Replay.
One. Two. It's over.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promise the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity Champions are gonna look great. And Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
And this is definitely not the pairing we were expecting.
I had heard that the #1 draft pick and their partner here tonight were tight, but I didn't expect indie wrestler Chase to be pushed aside.
I don't know who's more surprised, us or Lexis King and JC Jane. They planned for a cakewalk and instead got a match against one of the best WWE has to offer and their debuting partner.
Let's see what else the challengers have up their sleeves as they battle for the Unity Tag titles. There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. How much might a surprise change like this affect the Unity Champs' game plan?
A heck of a lot. Everybody in the arena expected an indie wrestler named Chase, and instead, you had the WWE debut of a formidable partner for the #1 draft pick.
Well, not to mention, it was a very sneaky and shrewd strategy to pull this switch on Mutiny. King and Jane have got to adjust on the fly while already in the thick of things.
You saw that being telegraphed.
Oh, boom!
Pulled back in, belly-to-belly suplex. Trying to put the champ out of sort, maybe even discombobulate them.
Down with the bulldog.
Oh, torturous knee.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Picked up.
Reverse DDT.
End of the road.
Ooh.
Kick to the midsection.
I think I know what's next.
Batista bomb. Being dropped like that can leave the champion in severe trouble. Cutter.
Adios.
Our champion is getting rocked a little.
He's got to keep in mind, pacing is everything in a tag match like this.
With the counter.
King able to stop the blitz that was coming his way.
Time now for Lexis to get his energy up and claw back into the fight.
He's able to counter that.
Gets out of dodge. Come on, there's no fair play in that.
Going to any lengths to protect the title. If that means bending the rules slightly, then so be it.
Oh, caught him.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Trying to put them away, able to counter into a clothesline. Uh-oh.
Saw it coming and slowed it down with the back elbow. Lexis avoids the attack. Fast thinking saved him there.
Bulldog! And he makes the tag.
Watch out, coming in hot.
Ooh, and fights back.
Ooh. Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexis King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the wrestler Chase who is supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down on the JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny.
You used to date each other, right?
Don't hold that against me.
I won't. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Am I the only one seeing this, Oos? NXT's Mutiny out here making moves, pulling everyone to their side while people watch the uprising from the sidelines. Even Triple H and the board are low-key cheering for them.
You don't have to remind me. I saw it firsthand at the draft, remember? It should be all hands on deck.
Yeet. We need more people doing stuff like taking those Unity titles off them.
Thanks. It might have been a small victory, but every little bit helps. If we can keep chipping away, eventually they'll topple.
For real. Anything to slow their momentum down. It was starting to feel like they could do whatever they wanted. Reminds me of when the Bloodline first started. We had that edge. And nobody was cool like us.
But we've seen that all play out before, right? Starts out hot, but a lot of folks are gonna get left out once they get what they want, you know?
Seen it. Felt it. When you're useful, you get used. When you're not, well, like you said, we've seen how that plays out.
It's impressive the way Mutiny's able to manipulate people. They've got a knack for pulling strings and making the bad guy look cool. But that's something we could work with. Use their own game to play them.
You got something cooking.
You said it yourself. People are joining up because Mutiny is cool. It's got an edge that makes standard corporate WWE look basic.
We can't compete with that smoke.
Not unless I show them some fire, Oos.
So you do have a plan. Yeet.
Yep. And I'm kicking it off later tonight. You're gonna love this one, Jay.
Can't wait, Oos.
It's the superstar who is destined for WWE greatness.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Brock Lesnar.
Guys, what's up with the NWO shirt?
I love the nod to the past. Is this maybe an embrace of those notorious NWO devious and disruptive tactics?
Color me concerned, Corey. He could be hinting at an alliance with Mutiny. That would be a major shift in the power balance.
A fashion expert.
I'm sure I'm not the only one still distracted by that NWO shirt. It's tough to focus on the match with that hanging in the air.
Well, just try being a professional, Saxton. It's a shirt. Besides, I'm sure we'll get an explanation when the time's right.
Well, I'm also sure Chad Gable isn't worrying about his opponent's wardrobe. He looks poised to prove that skills, not shirts, win matches. Oh, man. Collar and elbow tie-up.
Aggressive shove there. Bang! Vicious boot. And he's looking to the crowd for some much-needed support.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Picked up.
Reverse DDT!
End of the road.
Pull back in, belly-to-belly suplex.
And Gable's hopes are waning in this one.
You gotta wonder, what does this do to Gable's confidence? The cutter!
And Gable there got a little wrestling 101 of his own.
Yeah, but he's not down yet.
Uh-oh. It's a long way up.
Final time, the last ride!
A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days.
Draped across the top rope.
Man.
Clubbing forearm! And he's going all out, not holding back now.
And he's crushing his opponent with these constant attacks. This could do it.
2 count. And Chad Gable powers out.
He's still in the fight, but for how much longer?
Samoan drop.
Incredible. This capacity crowd is sending him love, and he's sending it right back.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Side headlock applied. Spinning around. Nice drop toe hold.
Muay Thai clinch.
Multiple knee strikes.
And with an onslaught of strikes like that, it's clear they have nothing but punishment on their mind. Mounted palm strikes.
You could see that each strike drained their opponent's energy. Ooh, that knee knocking the wind out of him.
Stomp to the belly. Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Here it comes. Looking for. Choke slam.
Thunderous. Overhand shots and elbows and forearms. My God, what a striking display. You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Waistlock go behind.
Up and over with a German suplex. We're not finished yet. Another one. Oh, come on. Enough is enough.
And continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
Fireman's carry. Up and face first.
F5.
That can do Gable in.
Oh, he got him. What a win.
Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar.
An impressive victory, and maybe with the win under his belt, we can get some clarity about his attire.
I hope so, Corey. With all the chaos Mutiny is causing these days, the last thing we need is ambiguity. I have a feeling this is more than just a random shirt.
Incredible performance out there tonight, but I think there's one question on everyone's mind. Why the NWO shirt?
Look, we all know that WWE is at a turning point. There's a civil war brewing, and it's largely because WWE has become stale, predictable, formulaic. We need to evolve.
So you're saying that you're joining Mutiny?
No. Mutiny is chaos for the sake of chaos. And just like so many times in history, the real fighters are going to get pushed aside once the leaders get what they want. Anyone who thinks they could trust Bayley and KO to protect their best interests is an idiot. So here's my message to all the superstars on both sides and everywhere in between. It's time for a new direction. We need to embrace our past to forge our future. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. The NWO wasn't about politics. It was about power and domination. So anyone who wants to stop playing the game and wants to run it, join me in my NWO movement.
That is a powerful call to arms, but as the former #1 draft pick, some might say you're as establishment as it gets. How do you reconcile that with calling for this new direction?
Being the #1 pick gives me a platform. My position lets me bridge the gap between the establishment and the rebels. I'm not here to tear down. I'm here to build better. So stand with me and take the third path. Not mutiny, not the WWE establishment, but a movement built on real power. I'm calling for a new era. Not just to challenge mutiny, but to redefine this business as it should be through dominance and brute force. Welcome to the New World Order.
So, do you want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bringing back the NWO?
Relax. Let me explain.
You'd better explain. I made you the #1 draft pick because I trusted you to be a cornerstone for WWE, not spearhead a whole new rebellion.
It's not another rebellion. This NWO stuff is just a way to stir up some trouble within Mutiny. It's a play. I just need people to believe it's real. And that's obviously working.
That is a pretty good idea, actually. But
I would have had I known you'd get this upset. Trust me, Pierce. I'm team...
And here's the man reviving the NWO in more ways than one.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Brock Lesnar.
He's not just emulating the New World Order, he's declaring war on Mutiny with Joe Coffey and Shotzi by his side, all proudly NWO.
Any enemy of Mutiny is a friend of mine, Corey, and he is clearly rallying powerful allies.
Battle lines are drawn as the new NWO faces Mutiny right now.
This dude... This isn't just another match. The newly formed NWO needs to show they can stand up to Mutiny's challenge.
Exactly, Corey. And with Mutiny members like Joe Coffey and Shotzi now donning NWO colors, this fight isn't just pivotal, it's personal.
And our personal feelings aside, I'm sure Mutiny wants to squash this new faction before they can prove the NWO can be major players too.
He's got the support of the whole arena right now.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
Mounted palm strikes.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
What a Samoan drop. And wait a minute, what's the manager doing under the apron?
This is why it's good to have a manager. Good to have an ally who wants you to win as badly as you do, and will introduce any tool to produce victory.
The ref gets that weapon out of the way of the action. He's looking to make a moment here.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point. And gets tossed back into the mat. Oh! Constant pressure being kept on Braun.
Breaker needs to find that spark and rally. Both arms hooked.
Pedigree!
He's pumped up, and so is this crowd.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Really feeding off all of his faithful fans.
Getting raided with a succession of strikes.
He's giving this match all he's got right now.
He's giving it his all, that's for sure.
He's getting pumped, he's getting focused, and he's taking the WWE Universe with him.
Turns it around.
Braun's finally able to slow all that incoming offense. This could be the moment he was waiting for.
Picked up. Reverse DDT. End of the road.
His body has to be racked with pain.
Been holding strong thus far in the match, but you can only outrun the lasting effects of a fight for so long.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof. And Braun's having trouble managing this onslaught.
Every form of offense Breaker attempts is being neutralized.
And continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
Samoan drop. Muay Thai clinch.
Multiple knee strikes.
One after another. Just a barrage of offense coming his way with seemingly no answer to it.
I know. Fireman's carry. Up and
5!
Braun with a cause for concern.
2! No, he beats the count.
How on earth did he kick out of that? I have no idea.
It's because Braun Breaker's not normal, Saxton.
And the heaviest hitter in the arsenal was not enough. A reversal. Well scouted. And he saw that coming from Braun. Breaker showing no answer for this attack.
Tough spot for Braun to be in.
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at him. Kicks out. Rotates out and gets the cover. He's able to beat a 2 count.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
stiff elbow will break that up. Boom! And a big boot.
Looks to climb the top rope. From the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord. And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
That will end it.
Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar.
After that victory, it seems clear this new NWO is poised to be a major player in the fight against Mutiny.
Absolutely, Cole. They're taking over. The New World Order is here. And they're not just here to participate. They're here to dominate.
NWO for life, baby. And boss, before you say anything, you should know I'm already putting together a crew to help the Black and White take out Mutiny and the rest of the WWE. So far, it's me, and that's it. But you gotta start somewhere.
Right. Look, just slow down.
I can't slow down. I'm all in. SmackDown is gonna get smacked. Raw is gonna get cooked. They won't even be able to call it Raw anymore. They'll have to call it extra well done, even though it won't be well done at all when we're through with them. NWO!
Quiet, Truth. Listen, this whole NWO thing, it's complicated.
No, it's not. That's the beauty of it. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of superstars here who are 3 corners short of a squared circle. If you get my drift, they're very easily fooled. That's why we need this. It's totally real, and it's awesome. Watch. NWO Sneak Attack. time.